Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and we're going to quickly talk about the market on Monday. It was really great, and we're going to talk about two stocks that made a strong comeback on Monday, and then one company that I'm currently holding that is getting sued twice within about a 2-week period. So stay tuned for that. So if you enjoy my videos, remember to like and subscribe for future financial videos. I put them out every day. So let's go ahead and get started with the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ today had a nice recovery as of last Thursday's loss of around 2% or so. I know in my video I had mentioned that pre-market hours, during market hours, and after market hours had a total of negative 3.12%. So today, pre-market hours had an increase of 0.71%. During the market hours had an increase of 1.34%. So it had a total increase in the day of 2.05%. So very well. Nice recovery as of last week's loss, and it should continue in trading on Tuesday, I believe. So S&P followed suit right behind it last week on Thursday. They had a loss of 1.45%. This week on Monday, they had a gain of 1%. So again, if they can recover another 0.45 tomorrow or more, they should easily recover the loss that they took last week. And then followed right behind by the Dow Jones. So all of these stocks that I mentioned, not the stocks, all of these, the markets, I noticed that, as I watch them, if you watch the stock up until 11 o'clock, it can tell you whether it's going to keep that sort of pattern throughout the day or if it's going to lose it and trend back down. So I'll go ahead and show that in my portfolio here in just a minute. So Dow Jones had an increase of 0.62%, whereas last week it had a loss of 0.93%. So overall, it had a really great day. I, of course, watch Pfizer every single day when the market's open just to take a look. I'm really interested in just the market as a whole, and I think it's very interesting to see how so many companies out there, depending on news, can go up or down. So also I'm going to be talking about, I don't know if I mentioned it, I'm going to be talking about two stocks that had really nice gains today. I did talk about that. Anyways, so the financial department had probably the biggest gains of the day, just between the the whole, followed behind by technology. So technology and finance had the biggest, right behind by possibly consumer goods. Looks like consumer goods had some good. I do see that healthcare had some losses in here, and then services, man, department and apparel had some big hits, along with services and drugs. And then basic materials, I don't have very many basic materials myself besides Exxon. So overall, good day in the market. Now, on to the main thing. So I never have a day where every single stock is in the green. So today my portfolio had an increase of 0.91%. So I like to average my portfolio between the Dow Jones and the S&P 500. Now the S&P 500 has an average of 7 to 8% return per year with a dividend yield of around 2%. My portfolio has a yield of 3.75 and 4%, and then I would love a return of around 8 to 10% per year. So that is what I'm going for. That way I can have a total recovery of around 10 to 12% per year, and then reinvest those dividends for even greater return maybe. So I am aiming more towards Dow Jones and S&P 500 in between there. So you can see that my portfolio did easily beat the Dow Jones. It didn't quite beat the S&P 500, which is fine, but yeah, nowhere near the NASDAQ. But that's fine because my portfolio doesn't take as big hits as the NASDAQ. So back onto my portfolio, we can see that every single stock that I hold, I have 16 stocks, and for every single stock to be in the green is just a rare day. So AbbVie, ADP, Colgate, Costco, Cisco, EPR, Intel, Microsoft, Realty Corp. Whoops, clicked on Microsoft. Realty Corp, Lowe's, AT&T, Paychex, Pepsi, Pfizer, Verizon, and Exxon all had positive throughout the day. Now, one thing I was going to show you here is that there's usually a mark at 11 o'clock where it'll continue to trend upwards or it'll trend downwards. So right here, we can see that it had a nice upwards trend up until 11 o'clock, and then it held off on that trend throughout the day, whereas Exxon, it had a trend upwards until 11 o'clock, and then just fell off the radar back down into the negative, and then kind of recovered towards the end of the day, and then in the after hours it looks like it did fall a little bit. Pfizer, it didn't really hold that specific pattern. This would have been a really nice one to kind of day trade. You can see that there was a only 9, actually a little bit more than 9 cents. These are actually wrong. The charts here are often wrong compared to what the actual lows and highs are. Their charts are always wrong, so I never look at their charts. Anyways, but just overall, really great day. This is really rare, so I just wanted to record it because this is one of the rare days where your portfolio, or my portfolio, is just all in the green there. So on to the two stocks that had made a huge recovery today was NVDA, and we're going to be talking about the other one here in just a second. So my buddy bought NVIDIA on the dip. He asked me, hey, I've been looking at NVIDIA. I was looking for an entry point. I've researched it. I believe in the company. And, I have NVIDIA video cards myself. He uses them. And he had just bought a brand new computer and was loading them up in his computer. So he believed in the company itself and then on the products. So on this dip, he asked me, do you think I should invest in them? And, what do you think? What's your opinion on it? Do you think it'll recover? And I was like, dude, yeah, of course. NVIDIA is going to easily recover. What happened last week on Thursday is just a slight blimp. This little loss right here on August 10th, where the NASDAQ went down, is going to easily recover into the next week. And even if it doesn't right away, it will recover over time because NVIDIA is just one of those stocks right now that is just balling through everything. So he bought it on the dip. I'm not sure what the range was that he had, but since the lowest point there, it's easily a 10% gain. Today alone was nearly an 8% gain, so really good recovery for NVIDIA. The second stock that had a great recovery was AMD. Now, had somebody message me this morning, and they were telling me that NVIDIA is going to shoot up today. NVIDIA is going to shoot up to me for some news. I wasn't completely 100% sure what it was. I don't track a lot of these growth stocks myself. I just like to watch them because they're so interesting to watch how much they change and move so fast. Just between a month time span, this stock here has gone down 13%. And then within a day, it's gone up 4.33%. And that's growth stocks for you. They just change up and down all the time. So more power to you if you're investing. I mean, I was a growth investor for the longest time, for 2 or 3 years, before I just switched to dividend investing. So I really liked the 2 or 3 years ago because that was a great time to invest. So back on to the last thing. So one company that's getting sued 2 times. So right now, Costco is on the news twice. One, Costco is getting sued by a woman who contracted E. coli from tainted chicken. So this, of course, could affect their image and their stock. So this article came out on August 9th, which was before the market correction. So the market, Costco as a whole, let's see, on August 9th here. So August 9th, we can expect here that on August 9th, where is the 9th? Right here, it would have taken a loss. So maybe there was some news right here. The news got started on the 9th. It came out and it trended down in a negative right there. You can see that it hit and then it recovered towards the end of the day. And then on the next day, maybe once the news got heard more and shared more, it did take a bit of a dip. Since then, it has recovered since that loss. But what I just saw now today that just came out was out. They're getting sued for $19.4 million. Now, this isn't as big as Google sue. I forgot Google sue UK. I forgot how much Google, $10 billion. So 19.4 million versus 10 billion is a huge difference. So Costco, they've been sued before in the past. If you look up Costco sued, they get sued all the time for their chicken or other products that they have that get sold and then someone gets sick. So this will affect their revenue and their earning potential for the future quarter. So this may or may not be a stock that I may be invested in the future, but it is added to my portfolio in August. And because of the news, it may or may not be in my portfolio in the future. But um, we'll see. We'll see. So that is it for the news. So we have NVIDIA, huge gain, AMD, huge gain, Costco getting sued twice, and an all green day for my portfolio. So overall, really positive day on Monday. So of course, I want to thank everyone for watching up until this point. If you liked the video, hit that like button and remember to subscribe for future financial videos. If you have any questions or want to say hello, please leave a comment and I will always reply. If you guys have any other news that you'd like to share with me, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I'm always interested in what everyone wants to say. And of course, thanks for tuning in and I will see you next time. Bye.